Hello friends, welcome to Audiobook Daily. Today we'll talk about Mastermind by Maria Konnikova, published in 2013. It happened on an ordinary afternoon. A young woman named Anya sat in a crowded cafe, staring blankly at her laptop screen. Notifications buzzed. People rushed by. Her mind felt foggy, overloaded, exhausted. She felt as if life was happening to her, not with her. "You're always distracted," her friend had said earlier. "You never notice anything." On her way home, frustrated with herself, she wandered into a bookstore. A single title caught her eye. Mastermind, How to Think Like Sherlock Holmes. She picked it up almost jokingly. "What would Sherlock Holmes do with my life?" she whispered under her breath. By the time she finished the first chapter, she realized the truth. Sherlock Holmes wasn't a genius because he was born different. He was a genius because he trained his mind differently. And as she kept reading, she discovered that if he could, so could she. Maria Konnikova's Mastermind explores the psychology behind Sherlock Holmes' legendary mind. She compares two modes of thinking. One Watson thinking, fast, reactive, distracted. Rushes into conclusions. Relies on habit. Works on autopilot. Easily overwhelmed by noise and emotion. This is how most people think every day. Holmes-thinking, slow, deliberate, mindful. Observes deeply before reacting. Pays attention with intention. Uses logic instead of assumptions. Trains the mind like a muscle. Konnikova explains that Holmes isn't superhuman. He simply practices mental habits that make him appear extraordinary. The power of observation. You see, but you do not observe. Holmes famously differentiates between seeing and observing. Most people see the world passively, everything blurs together. Holmes sees details because he chooses to notice deliberately. Konnikova provides practical techniques. Slow down your environments. Eliminate unnecessary distractions. Ask better questions while observing. Practice mindful attention daily. Observation, she argues, is not a gift. It is a trainable skill. Anya began practicing this on her daily commute, noticing colors, patterns, expressions. Soon, she realized she was becoming more aware of life happening around her. The brain attic, organizing your mind like Holmes. Holmes describes the mind as an attic. You can choose what to store and how to arrange it. Konnikova teaches, don't overcrowd your attic. Keep only meaningful knowledge. Don't fill your mind with mental junk. Organize information by themes. Holmes doesn't memorize random facts, he categorizes. Use mental filing. Connect new information to what you already know. This helps the mind become clear, efficient, and decisive. Anya realized her mind wasn't weak, it was cluttered. She began to declutter information. Fewer apps, fewer inputs, more focus. Mindfulness, Holmes' real secret weapon. Konnikova reveals that Holmes practices what modern psychology calls mindfulness. Being fully present. Noticing internal and external cues. Staying grounded in reality. Thinking slowly, not emotionally. Mindfulness gives Holmes the power to stay calm under pressure. Analyze objectively. Avoid emotional overreactions. Think deeper instead of faster. Watson reacts. Holmes responds. Anya started meditating for 5 minutes each morning, something she'd never bothered with. She noticed her mind didn't feel as heavy. She could focus longer. She felt more in control. Avoiding cognitive biases, the Holmes way. Konnikova emphasizes that our brains naturally fall into traps. Confirmation bias. Emotional reasoning. Jumping to assumptions. Overconfidence. Pattern illusion. Holmes escapes these traps by double-checking evidence, questioning his first assumption, breaking problems into smaller pieces, removing emotion from early analysis, staying curious, not certain. This makes him a powerful thinker and a master decision-maker. Anya realized most of her stress came from assumptions, not facts. She learned to pause before reacting, to verify instead of assume. The discipline of deduction. Holmes' conclusions seem magical, but they are not small observations. Plus organized knowledge. Plus deliberate reasoning. Powerful deduction. Konnikova breaks down the steps. Observe without judgment. Collect relevant details. Form multiple hypotheses. Test each one objectively. Remove what is impossible. Choose the simplest remaining explanation. It's logical, structured, and replicable. Soon, Anya began applying deduction to everyday problems, work conflicts, decisions, even emotional confusion. She was calmer, clearer, and sharper. The nuance. Months later, the same cafe felt different. Anya sat at her laptop again, but this time, her mind felt calm, focused, intentional. She noticed the barista's tired smile, the subtle rhythm of people hurrying past, the soft buzz of conversations blending like background music. She wasn't overwhelmed anymore, she was observing. She wasn't reacting impulsively, she was thinking. There was no chaos in her mind now. There was only clarity. She smiled and whispered to herself, "I may not be Sherlock Holmes, but I can think like him." And she could. Because anyone can, if they choose to practice the habits that turn an ordinary mind into a mastermind. Thank you for listening. See you in next audiobook daily.